Yeah, yeah.
Throw your hands up, everyone. Shake the stress that's killing you. Fancy footwork just like me. Shaking over this dance floor. Throw your hands up, everyone. Shake the stress that's killing you. Fancy footwork just like me. Shaking over this dance floor.
Enjoy your life, be free, live right. Enjoy your life, have some fun and enjoy.
Coming up on Mental Health Marty, it's a new year, and we are back with this live show. And we got Dr. Margarita Story and my brother Rob talking about everything that's going on in Black culture and mental health. Stay tuned. Hello, everyone. It's your boy. It's your host. It's Mental Health Marty, your mental health hygienist, coming to you live and always in living color in Southern California. We got a little rain out here. I can't say it never rains in Southern California, but those of you who are on Instagram, come on over to our page on YouTube. Hope you are doing well. Listen, Happy New Year. Happy Kwanzaa. Merry Christmas. All that great stuff. Happy Hanukkah. Yes, Robin, how are you? Happy New Year to you. Yes. Hope you are doing well, that you are staying safe, sane, and doing everything well. Let me know that you're listening. Let us know, what did you do for the new year? Ronnie, yes, Happy New Year. What did you do for the new year? My new year was great. It was quiet. It was everything that I needed it to be. I got some rest and just trying to plan and get ready for this exciting new year of 2023. My slogan is, y'all, listen, clarity in 23. I need clarity in 23 because I have some dreams that I want to go after and some big things that we want to do. And we want to always challenge you. Miss Tanya Heel, always great seeing you. Thank you for being a great supporter of what we do here on Mental Health Marty, and Happy New Year to you. Listen, saw some great people at church on yesterday. And well, not yesterday, that would have been on Sunday. It felt like yesterday was Sunday since we had the day off, but hope you are doing well. We are planning a great season for 2023 here on the Mental Health Marty Show. And again, we are so excited. We got new people that's going to be joining on, new therapists, new people from the community, because we want to broaden your horizon and doing some things. I'm going to be dropping a message, a specific challenge to you at the beginning of every month. And I'm also going to be starting the Mental Health Marty book club, and we're going to be recommending a book to challenge you in how to stop the stinking thinking in 2023. But you know how we do it. Let me remind you what the purpose of the Mental Health Marty Show is. The purpose of the Mental Health Marty Show is simply this. We want to be a supplement, and we do psychoeducational shows to be a supplement to your mental health and wellness journey. We know that in this journey, it can be very difficult. This is not a sprint, y'all. It is a marathon that we have to focus on a daily basis to stay healthy here in our mind. So we are not a substitute for you seeing your therapist. We are not a substitute for you seeing your life coach, your mental health coach, your mental health advocate, for seeing your pastor, your whatever that might be, your doctor, your dentist, your attorneys, or anything else. like that, but we are a supplement so that you are doing well in this journey called life. Now, if you're experiencing any type of psychiatric emergency, we definitely want you to get the necessary help that you need, contacting your doctor, going to your nearest urgent care or emergency room, or definitely by dialing 988, which is the National Mental Health Helpline, if you are going through any type of crises whatsoever. So with that being said, again, y'all, welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, how do you get notified when things are going, and how do you engage with us? If you are on Facebook, please come on over to YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is Mental Health Marty. And how do you do that? Daryl, let's set him up and show him how to do that. You hit that like button, and when you hear that button and hear that bell, when you subscribe, that lets you know you are a part of our family. Yes, it is so good to see you. I've been missing you. Mrs. Mitchell, this is the great mother to the Mac in the back. Happy New Year to you. Listen, Daryl wouldn't give you my message that when I come out there in March, I'm supposed to be coming out there. We are going to Papa Do's because I need some good food. So, you know how we do it. The first Tuesday of every month, we do hot topics. We do the Black community, culture, and Christ. And what does that look like? And this month, we're going to do the year in review and talk about, and also do some challenges. Yes, Cindy, how are you? Happy New Year, my dear. I got a office down there in the San Diego area. Yes, Mr. Davis, God bless you. So good to see you. We appreciate your support. Love to your mother. Hope you made it down to the Carolinas safely, and know that we're praying for your mother and all that you do. Marty, you don't need no food. Wow. Thanks, Thomas. I appreciate you. Anyway, listen, I'm so glad to have, just as a regular co-host with me, she is my sister from a mister. She is so amazing and great. Listen, iron sharpens iron, and I'm pulling her off of her time just to get away to be with us, and I love her with all my heart. She is none other than the Reverend Dr. Marguerita Story. Dr.
Hey
Story,
there. How are you?
Happy New
Happy
Year
New
to
Year,
you.
beloved.
How are you doing? You look absolutely, you're glowing.
Yeah, it's the light, baby. It's the light. It's the light. It's the light. I'm so glad to be
Listen,
with you. I know I've been trying to get away and get some time to myself. I've had to
yes,
text people
yes,
and let them know I need a little time, but I wouldn't
that's
miss
right.
this for the world. I am always delighted to be with you and Rob and the Mac in the back. It is
Yes,
always such an absolute delight to share in this time with you guys. So happy New
yes.
Year. And it's my prayer that absolutely everything that the Lord has in store for you would manifest
Wow,
itself out in this year, and you will see all that God has in store for you on this year. That's my hope for you, my brother.
wow. Well, I appreciate you, Dr. Story, and you're right. I love that you said taking the time away just to replenish and to refresh and get revived and
Yes.
renewed. That's so important. And if anything, I want to challenge all of our viewers and all of our support. You have a tremendous support base and everything. And one of the things I want us to remember in our pouring out constantly, we also need to be poured into, and that's what that time is. And I'm loving the refreshing time, because I'm planning my week-long sabbatical that's probably coming up in March, April at the very latest. Just a time to relax, reflect, just to lay out, eat food, sleep, and not do anything but to replenish ourselves, because we are not the Energizer Bunny that can keep going and going and going and going. But I'm so glad. Dr. Story, before we go, to bring on my brother and everything, can we recap the amazing time that we had in December in Williamsport? Now, I had to get up out of there because it started to snow, and I could not get stranded in Williamsport.
You was about to get stranded, baby, but we had a great time. God gave a vision about coming together
Yes,
with the men and yourself and I just kind of start talking, and God just does that with us, and it's just
Yes.
ridiculous. But it was a time for the men to come together in a cave, and
Right.
every time, I've got brothers and a dad, and they always wanted their own space, their own man cave, and so we
Yes.
created that, and the men. I'm telling you, we're so blessed. We've had so many to talk about it. We've even got
Yes.
a church out of, excuse me, Philadelphia that is
Yes.
already making their arrangements to be there. So if you ain't there, they gonna be in Williamsport at that time. And we got some
Yes.
gentlemen from New York as well. But we thank God for
Yes.
yourself and Reverend George Ellis and Bishop
Yes.
Charles Daniel for coming out and for how God used you guys to just talk about some delicate things. I never got the details because I was
No,
kicked
ma'am. No,
out of my
ma'am.
own church's man cave. But I've been able to see the results of it, and our men
Mm.
have been strengthened by the investment, and they're so looking forward to the time. We got some new guys coming as well, but then you were
Nice.
also there
Nice.
for the first time. I was able to baptize, and we baptized 13
Yes.
people. And
13.
13.
Amazing.
I can't even
Wow.
believe it. How God has moved since September,
Yes.
because I got installed in September, and it has just been a whirlwind. I
Yes.
love the people of Ebenezer and the work that is there for me to do.
That's
And I
right.
just look forward to this year. And I just thank God for the work that we're able to do together, not only in ministry, but
Yes.
through the mediums of the podcast, working with people with
Yes.
Wellness Wednesdays, as well, encouraging people to be strong in the Lord and to use wisdom in their
That's
ways,
right.
because we need them
That's right.
well. We need them
That's
well, and so
right.
I thank God for you. I thank God for you. You've been my great gift,
Likewise.
and I
Likewise.
thank God for you.
Oh,
Mhm.
listen. Yeah, we got to get Rob out there with us. I won't drag him out there with us in
Please,
Williamsport.
he
Yes.
would
And so,
enjoy
with no
himself
further
so.
ado, he would. Let's bring on my brother. This is my brother from the same mother and the same daddy, but I love him. He's the one who gave me the inspiration of even doing podcasting. So, my brother, I tell you, he really is the brainiac of the family because he reads way more than I do. But without any further ado, let's bring on the host of the B-Side podcast, Rob Sellers.
Hey,
How's it
Rob.
going, bruv? How's it going? How's it going?
How you feeling?
I'm doing all right. No complaints over here. I'm still alive, breathing and kicking. That's all I need. I'm good.
Unless I understand, you got to come out to us with us to Williamsport. Let me tell you something. Although Dr. Story was not invited to the man cave because it was all men, Julia,
Yes.
can I tell you, Dr. Story fed us so much food till it was ridiculous. We had
Beautiful.
Friday
Don't
night.
don't
She
even
had this.
don't even don't even don't even.
Was it
Listen, you know the way to a man is through his stomach.
Yes.
sir?
And these
Sir.
women, she had her crew, and they came in. The
Yes.
spread was so high end on Friday
Yes.
night.
Okay.
Friday night they had so much food and spaghetti and chicken and fruit and a charcuterie board with cheese and fruits and all that stuff and dessert like crazy. We came now. We were so full. We was telling people to take to go boxes full of stuff. Then
Okay.
Junior
Okay.
on Saturday morning she had
Uh-huh.
shrimp and grits. Let me tell you
Okay.
something that
Okay.
made you hurt
Hey,
somebody. Oh,
what was the name of the cheese board again? What board?
the,
You said
the
a board. I'm like,
charcuterie.
what board is that? Okay.
The,
That's something I gotta add. That
When you
board sounded
come,
appealing. What
Rob,
was the name of
I'm
that
gonna hook
board? One
yours
more time.
up.
the charcuterie board.
Okay.
Yes, I
Okay.
said my
I'm not
pastor
even
can
gonna
cook.
ask.
Yes, you can.
I'm not. I'm sure. I'm not even going to have to. I'm not even going to ask how to spell that, but I'm rolling with it. Whatever the
Yes, you know.
chomboard.
Yes, and then for lunch on Saturday. It was just ridiculous too. And then she had these she had these Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. Just oh my God, Junior, it
I'm
was
sold already, right
ridiculous.
I'm
Yeah,
sold
yeah,
already.
He coming already.
there we go. There it is.
Sold me.
Thank you,
Hey,
you, sister.
sold me.
There it is,
The
Junior. That's how
board
you,
name. The board name.
yes,
Spaghetti.
yes, charcuterie.
And then cheesesteak sandwiches. I'm all in. I'm in. No question.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
I'm there.
We were, and then she had these foo desserts that was just make you slap somebody. Listen, you know, men folk, we don't, but they just did it up. But that's a kind of quality and service that I love about Dr. Story, and I love it because she so exceeded the expectation. The men came back on Saturday just because they were so hungry because they came back on Saturday because they got fed so well on Friday. We almost had a divorce up in there because someone was threatening their wives and their significant other folk that they better learn how to cook like the pastor.
The pastor is telling her story beyond the pulpit, ladies and gentlemen. It's
Yes,
beyond
she is. Yes, she is. She meeting them right where they at. She feed them, and then she says, "What's your problem?" See, it was beautiful. We had so much stuff. Till folk was just coming in, and we was
I'm
just
sold.
loading them up. But you
I'm
sold.
sold.
See,
I'm sold. I'm there.
You gotta come.
Williamsport, PA. Williamsport, PA.
Williamsport,
It's all
PA.
right.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
that's all right. Yeah, Little League capital of the world.
Yes.
There it is. Little League. That's yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Hey,
Well,
long
listen,
as I'm
it's-
not there when it's not too hot or
Yes,
too
yes,
cold,
yes.
I'm there. Not too
Okay.
hot, not
Gotcha.
too cold.
It has to be just
yes.
right.
Yes, yes. It's all right. I'm there. I'm sold.
It
Sold.
reminds me of Newark, so we all right. We all right. You know, we've been there. Oh.
Ohio, that is, not New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen.
Not New
We
Jersey.
wish it was
not
New
New
Jersey.
Jersey.
But not New Jersey.
We wish. It's Newark,
the
Ohio.
Ohio.
Newark, Ohio.
Yes. Ah, Columbus is right
But
there.
anyway,
Columbus was right
yeah,
there.
we think
Fan was like, "We're staying in Newark." Like, huh? Is that the Bama? Is that the Alabama? Anyway,
But-
that's another day in the story.
that's another day. But we're so
Another day.
just to inform everyone. Unfortunately, Bishop Sean could not make it with us tonight, but we appreciate him, and he'll be joining us next time and everything. But so much has happened in this year, and I want to start off with prayers and shout out to the family of DeMar Hamlin and for the cardiac arrest that he had, and we pray that he's having a speedy recovery. And that thing, I don't know. I was watching it on the news, and Junior, I don't know about you. That thing shook me. It really, really did. And we saw what I love that we saw compassion come out, and it shook a lot of the players, and I love it that these brothers weren't afraid to show their emotions at that point, and they weren't trying to be hardcore, because a lot of times we believe that black men don't have emotions, or we're limited on emotions, but these men were showing their bond, and even though he was a new player, he's young, but just showing the attachment and emotions. Junior, talk to us about because I think a lot of times we don't talk about the humanity side of sports because we only look at them as a commodity, but we saw the humanity last night. Talk to us about that, Junior, a little bit.
Well, dealing with sports, anything, if you played it, you understand. It's it's more family, brotherhood. You're out there sacrificing, obviously your time, your commitment, your body. You're going through it. You basically you're testing your limits of your athletic ability, right? Especially at the pro level, because on top of that, you're getting paid. So it's there's a brotherhood, that's formed. So anytime you see not alone anybody go through some type of health issue, but if you've seen somebody who you've been in there from day one, day two, to other days, you're out there practicing, you're out there fighting, for a position, whatever the case may be. It's painstakingly hurtful when you see an image like that, as far as someone having cardiac arrest. But also, I'm a big football soccer fan, and it's been going on a little bit in the soccer realms also. I mean, it shakes everybody. Come on, I mean, at some point, that's a sport, but at the end of the day, you're a human being, so you don't want to see nobody get hurt or go through some issues. And you see somebody who you work with technically passes out, falls out from a heart attack, that's going to affect you.
Yeah.
regardless of the
Yeah.
sport
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
what type of workforce you're in. That's just humanity. We have
That's
to.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Dr. Story, because I know you're jumping in there because you're a
Yeah,
big,
and
huge Dallas
I'm with
fan.
Rob. I think it was also an expression of humanity at its best. I don't
Yes.
think we always get to
Yes.
see how those guys, as Rob so eloquently said, are a real brotherhood. And then that young man was just merely 28
Yes.
years old and in his prime. And it was one thing that brought him down. And I think our own mortality and the
Yes.
fragility of our humanity was expressed all in that one
Yes.
moment, and something greater than us having to go to it, because no matter what, there's something about these bodies that no one
Yes.
can control at all, and that work is difficult. My uncle, as many of you guys know, Pettis Norman. Y'all might not know that,
Hmm.
but back in the day, he used to play for the Dallas Cowboys. That's why I'm a die-hard Dallas Cowboy fan. But that work as a football player, as famous
Yes.
as those guys are, they take such hits. And my uncle used to say all the time that he would go up for a catch, and he's like, "You got somebody waiting on you." While the
Yes.
inertia of the earth is trying to take you one way, and they're
Yes.
hitting you another way, and your body is being hit like by a truck, because the force, those
Yes.
men have such a
Yes.
strength about them, and they're still in their strength a great vulnerability, because they got on a t-shirt and some pantyhose out there.
Well, they
Rob was
reinforced
like,
pantyhose.
Joe
you done
Namath.
lost me now.
He brought back Joe Namath. He brought back Joe Namath. He has a story to tell, ladies and gentlemen. He has a story to
Yeah.
tell.
For the millennials, please go look up Joe Namath, and then
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
but
had a
I thought
pantyhose
it was
commercial. Okay.
humanity at its best. It wasn't colorized.
yes, yes,
It wasn't polarized.
no,
It
no,
wasn't team agenda. It was humanity recognizing once again our fragility, and our prayers go up to not only that young
definitely,
man, but his mother was right
yes. Who was
there.
there?
Yeah,
Yes,
right there,
yes, and shout
and
out,
was able to go.
shout out to the you know, now we get to see why they have all those paramedics and everything right on the
Right,
field, and
right.
that really probably is what saved his life, because they were able
Yes.
to do CPR immediately. And you know,
Yeah.
the NFL, I think, really finally did one of the right decisions, because you know I'm still upset with them about when with everyone taking a knee and
Yeah. Yeah.
everything with Colin and everything, but I don't
Yeah.
agree with their decision with that. But they did the right decision with definitely postponing that particular game immediately because none of the players were in the right frame of mind. And you know, shout out to his organization, because he has an organization that
Yeah.
gives back to children in the Buffalo
Right.
area. Now they said what he had raised about 25,000 prior to that, and now as a result that people gave, and he raised over $3 million
Right.
overnight. 3
Yes.
million overnight for that.
Yes.
And I think that speaks to, again, our people's humanity and everything as well, that
Yeah.
we have the ability to do the right thing. And we finally did not look at color. We didn't look at
Yeah.
class. We didn't look at
Yeah.
anything to define those things that normally define us unjustly. But we looked at the heart of the man. And that's the direction we got to keep going in
Yes.
2023. So,
Yeah.
yes, shout
Yeah.
out to the family, and our prayers are with the
Yes.
family and everything as well.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
we lost some great folk in 2022. We lost,
Yeah.
and we were doing the pre-show, y'all, and there was a lot of people we lost, and we would just want to pay highlight and homage to some of those people that we lost in 2022. Some off the top of that are off the list that I have. We lost a great, like, in Bernard Shaw, who was one of the
Yeah.
first black anchor men in there, and he died, Brother Bernard Shaw, at, let me see here, at 82. We lost Bill Russell, another great
Yeah.
athlete, at 88. Yes. Yes. The Mr. Smooth himself that really broke a lot of glass ceilings for us, Brother Sidney Poitier, and what he did. We lost Brother Sidney at 94 years old. Amazing.
Yeah.
Take off again. We had a whole topic on him and did a portion on him at 28 to gun violence. Coolio, y'all. We lost Coolio last year as well.
Yeah.
And he was young man at 59. And some, so there were some others that we had mentioned. And Junior, you had a couple people too that you wanted to highlight as well.
Oh, no question. I mean, the most obvious, the most current, definitely we got to speak about Pele. No question.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. I mean, you can't even put it into words what he's done,
Right.
Especially not only as his play on the soccer field, but just being a strong brother. Who knows
Yes.
everything that he's gone through. At the end of the day, what they say, he still kept a fro. He never conked it. He never conked his hair or anything like that. Straight kept it afro. You know what I mean? Had a little gold chain.
I conked mine a couple times when I had hair. But that's
he didn't conk it. You know what I mean? All y'all youngsters out there, straighten it out. He didn't CL Smooth Pete Rock straighten it out. You know what I mean? He didn't do that.
He didn't have a Jerry curl either.
No, he didn't. He kept it fro 100.
Yes.
In Brazil. So
there we go.
Bill Russell,
Brazil,
Pele, and then
yes,
Sydney. Those were.
But Franco,
sure we'll
though,
probably
come
listen to more,
on,
but-
Franco. What
I'm a
about
Browns
Franco?
fan.
yes.
I'm
Franco
it's
Harris.
missed, but I'm a Browns fan. I'm Cleveland Browns. Bad
Franco
enough, we gotta
Harris
see.
is somebody we got to
It's gotta
get up.
see.
Yes.
It's bad enough Wu-Tang took the colors. It's bad enough to say. But outside of sports, no question. Franco, huge,
Yes.
iconic.
Huge.
He started
Paul
it all.
Silas.
He started
Paul
it all.
Silas.
Yes.
Did you
Paul
hoop?
Yes.
Silas. We got to give it to
play
him
basketball?
as well.
Did you play some sports back in the day, Dr. Story? Did you play some sports or something? Because you hit.
No, I got 5 brothers and a daddy.
Okay, there it is. Okay, enough said. All right.
Yeah.
My apologies for that.
And I was
reaction,
raised
ladies
in
and
Dallas.
Back
I
to the-
started
back
out
to the
with
show.
Pee Wee
Come on.
football, junior
Right,
high
right.
football, all of it. We went
She
football
was
games
drugged
all
to
the time.
church and football. That's it.
Church and football. But let me bring in a couple of them though from Christian
Yes.
side. LaShawn Pace, Keith Wonderboy
yes.
Johnson. Y'all
Yes.
remember we lost LaShawn.
We lost your LaShawn. Oh Lord, no, they lost Sean and yes.
You know what, Rob? Don't
She
even ask. Don't even ask, Rob.
You know, I was
We lost Sean. I
I'm
know
like-
I've been changed. Look.
No, he's
Y'all
like that.
help
Who
us out, y'all.
is LaShawn? If he don't know who
Who's
Kim
LaShawn?
Burrell is, he definitely don't know LaShawn.
But he's heard her iconic
But
voice.
what?
He has definitely heard her iconic voice.
Right, but what about now she ain't in the church, but Tracy Braxton.
Yes. Oh my God, you're
Remember?
right. We lost her to cancer. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. We
Yeah.
lost a lot of great
Yeah.
folk
We
this
did.
year. And the list really goes. Oh, wait a minute. Nichelle Nichols from Star Trek.
Oh yeah.
Lieutenant
Yeah,
Uhuru.
that was major.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Devastating.
That was
We're missing a whole
major.
lot. Too.
Yes.
Help us out in the chat room.
Yeah.
Help us out in the chat room. Help us
Yes,
out.
that's right. That's right. But I want to shift a little bit with this, and I think one of the topics we cannot ignore. We had a lot of death by suicide as well, and I
Yes.
think when we look at suicide, we still have a taboo, and we don't want to talk about it and the hurt and what that looks like. And y'all, we can't not ignore earlier in 2022, Miss America, Miss USA. Y'all
Yes.
forgive me for messing up her name Chesley Christ. She was 30 years old when she took her life, and then we have Twitch, and y'all, I'm sorry, Twitch. I couldn't move really for a couple days, because just like those who have died from suicide, and
Hmm.
those who have um, taken their lives as a result of it, a lot of times they appear to be very, very, very happy. And we see that, who would have thunk Twitch rather, and that, so many people. I had so many calls from brothers who was just like, this can't be, that this can't happen.
Hmm.
And y'all, I think we have to look at suicide from a different perspective, and I look at it now as, really, when looking at this, the common denominator of suicide is pain, and that people have this pain that seems to be insurmountable, that they can't deal with it. And y'all, I've had many root canals in my day, and anytime you had any type of pain, I know, Junior, I've had about five. Don't tell nobody. Please help me understand this, Tanya. Thank you for your honesty. And when I was in, two things. When I was in Chattanooga, Tennessee, I ruptured my Achilles, and that was some pain. And by the time I got to the ER, urgent care and everything, they said, "Well, have you taken anything?" I said, "Yeah, I've taken about 10 Tylenol." And they're like, "Are you trying to kill yourself?" I said, "No, I'm not trying to kill myself, but this pain is almost unbearable. I just want something to make this pain go away." And I believe that that's a situation a lot of times in suicide. And when we're talking about not just physical pain, but we're talking about emotional pain, and that seems to hurt even worse than sometimes than physical pain, because it's something that we've carried for a who knows how long a period of time, and we just want that pain to go away. And when you are in pain, you no longer have the ability to really think in a rational mindset. Think about just some painful situations in your life that maybe you weren't able to think rationally. And then when you got back in your right mind, you're like, wow, I was really suffering. I was really in a lot of pain because I wasn't even thinking like myself. And that's what I believe, y'all. And a lot of times in our community, we have to create safe spaces where we don't feel judged. That's what I loved about the man cave that we had, Dr. Story. You allowed us to create this safe space for men. And even in that short period of time, without, well, Sharon, there were some stories that came out that were almost as traumatic as this. A lot of times we're afraid to say, hey, I feel like giving up.
Hmm.
And because we always have to be strong, we always have to, well, man up, well, suck it up, you can get through it. But sometimes people don't know how to get through it, and we got to create these safe spaces for people to say, hey, I'm in so much pain and I don't know what to do. I'm contemplating, I don't want to go through with it. But we got to get people to get those stories out so that they don't have to secretly suffer in silence. What's your thoughts, Dr. Story?
Well, my thoughts definitely are one that we've got to get to the place where our judgment meter is brought down a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe
Yes,
that
that's
has
good.
people suffering in so much pain. See, Monique, I see you on here, and you're saying that you're suffering right now. I don't want to miss
Mm,
that. That you're in a lot of
yes.
pain as well. You're writing, saying that you feel like giving up right now. And see, I want you to know
Mm,
you don't have to give up. You can contact
that's right.
Marty or myself, and you can contact us
Yes.
immediately. My number is 347
Come
940
on.
8619. You don't have to call somebody anonymous. I don't know Marty's telephone number immediately, but I saw that pop up,
Hmm.
and we're here, baby. There's somebody here and available to you, see. And so I don't know what the pain is, but I know that if you just
Right.
tried to speak about it, there may be a resource available to you that we can get to
That's
you
right.
immediately. And if you call me now, I'll come off and talk to you right now. And so just please call me
Wow.
because you don't have
What's the
to do it
hotline number?
right
Is
by
it not?
yourself.
What's the
Nine.
hotline
There
number?
we
Thank
Is it
go.
you so
There's the,
988?
much.
the there's the number
Yeah,
that and 988. If you can't remember this, 988. Thank you, Daryl Mack in the back for being
please
so
do.
proactive in getting that. Because
Thank
I
you.
think that's so typical. We are suffering and we don't know what to do about it. We don't know. And I love what you said. We got to take that judgment meter. I'm going to steal that one. Take that judgment meter off of us and quit condemning up people for being
Right.
vulnerable. That is not the
Correct.
time. Take off that judgment. That's not the time to judge, but it's time to say, how can I support you? You don't seem like
Right.
yourself. Wow.
Right.
What's going on?
Right. And we've got to
You know,
try to reach out. Like, I can't try to maintain a reputation
yes,
and take care of myself at the same time. And that was one
yes,
of the things that when I go to the doctor, I go all dressed up and everything, and I can't maintain a cute look because they're like,
yes.
take all your clothes off because I need to see you from the rooter to the tutor. And we got to get to the
That's right.
place where we're willing to be ones that are vulnerable in the face of other people. And I don't care what you do with my information if I can get some help. Well,
Yes,
there's a story
yes.
that I found in the Bible, and it always bothered me because I never hear people teach about it. It's found in Second Samuel, and it's this guy
Hmm.
named Ahithophel. And Ahithophel was giving some advice, and his advice wasn't followed. And so Ahithophel found himself in a place where he felt like he wasn't ever being heard. He was talking, but he
Hmm.
didn't feel like he was being heard. And then the word of God says this, that he stops trying to be heard. He goes home, gets his house in
Yes,
order, and then he leaves and takes his own life. And one of the things, Marty, that I found out is sometimes it's not the circumstance, it's the fact that
no.
nobody will hear us.
Listen, that's right.
Just they won't hear
That's
me.
it.
You won't hear
Hmm.
that you've hurt me. You're dismissing
Hmm.
my feelings. You
Hmm.
won't hear me. And with this, I believe even when we look at Tretch and all, everybody who said
Yes,
he had everything, baby, something was missing. He had
yes.
money, but something was missing. And
But
he got a
there you
video
go.
up every day, but something was missing. And just because you can manage to show up, it does not mean that there are not things that are still missing. And some of us, we need to be heard sometimes by the closest people that are around us. They think they know us the best, they think they know
Right,
everything about us, and they will not
right.
hear us. And so I appreciate the fact that you allow us to talk about what's going on, and it's nothing wrong with being hurt or missing the mark or not feeling
That's right.
like it. It's nothing wrong with saying, listen, somebody better check up on me. I'm trying to tell you, I'm
Hmm.
sending out a
Hmm.
911. So I thank God for
Hmm.
C just putting out a 911 saying this ain't a good
Yes,
day, and
yes.
utilizing even this time as a time to say, I need somebody to hear me. And because that's what we really need. And that's what therapists do say, I'm here. I want to listen.
Yes.
I want to listen to what's going on with you. And we've got to learn how to hear
Yes.
others, even when they're not speaking. We've got to be conscious of
Come
other
on.
people's presence and their countenance as well.
That's so good. And because what we do is we look at changes in behavioral patterns. When someone changes their behaviors, changes their routine, that's very sudden, we need to be paying attention. Not just, like you said, hearing them audibly, but hearing them in their movements, hearing how they move, hearing how they don't move, and all that. I'm so grateful to both of you. I know I've called my brother on some occasions, says, you know what, Junior, I'm tired. You know, this person has made me mad, and I feel like giving up. I've called Dr. Story, and you've called me to check up on me and said, listen, brother, I ain't heard from you. What's going on? How you doing? And all that. And we have to get back. And that's what I want to challenge all of us to do in 2023. Check on the strong man. Check on that strong woman. Sometimes you just get tired of have to be the strength all the time. And so it's great to have someone that's going to check on you, check up on you, and also you check up on them as well. And let me just shout out to my brother here, because Bobby has a lot of times befriended some of the homeless folks that live by him and everything, till they know. And but
Yes, they're human beings.
yeah,
They're human beings.
but
you know.
That's
they
right.
are. And what I love, because there's a couple of them that will roll up who thought he was in trouble, talking about, you good? But even the humanity, you got to share that story. You got to share that story real quick. You got to share that story. Well,
I mean, no matter what we go through, we just got to understand.
yes,
You know, to each individual out here, we all matter. You matter.
Mhm.
Whatever you're
That's
going
right.
through,
That's right.
you do matter. You know, if
yes,
we're here for a reason, you know what I mean? For us
Yes.
to evolve into just a simple human being, you matter. You're a fighter. Don't give up. Don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't do that. There's no need to. There's people
Yeah.
that's counting on you. You might not see them. You
Mhm.
might not hear from them, but they're counting on you to be you.
That's
the best
right.
human being that you can
That's
possibly
right.
be. You know, we're
That's
all
good.
fighters here. You know, a lot of
That's
times when
right.
it's down, it's okay. You still matter. You still matter.
Mhm.
Regardless if you don't matter to anybody else, matter to yourself. You know, and
Right.
any
Yes.
issue that we're going through, any problems you're going through, you handle problems by questions and answers. Plain and simple. Yeah,
Mm.
sometimes it's going to get tough, but still
Mhm.
handle the situation. Why am I in this situation? How do I get out of this situation? Why do I want to get out of this
Mm.
situation? At the end of the day, what is
Mm.
going to be the constructive result at the end of the day if I take action on being a better person, and being a better human being? We all matter. You know, it's hard for
That's
everybody.
good.
You know, the people who
Yeah.
you think are all up in the sky, all up on the tower doing their thing, they have issues too. They're dealing with problems too. We're all human beings. We go
That's
through
right.
things. That's part of life. You know, that is part of life, handling things. But at the end of the day, you
Yes.
do matter. Just believe in yourself,
I
because
love
you
that.
do matter. You're here for a reason,
That's
because you
good.
matter. You know, before
Yeah.
you
That's
even
good.
before you even breathe your first breath, you was fighting. We're not gonna go into it.
Yes.
It just takes one to you know,
Uh-huh.
to hit the egg. It just takes one to hit the egg. You're fighting, okay? You're fighting. You fought millions of things before whatever you're going through here. Millions of
Yeah.
things. You matter.
That's good.
You
Yeah.
matter.
That's
You're
good.
a
That's
I like
fighter.
it.
good.
And even in a fight, they give you ding, 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 time out. So go to your corner.
Yeah.
So, and you got a whole team that's encouraging.
Yeah.
Got one person
Gotta
giving you some
regroup.
water, another person dousing your head, and another person bandaging up the cuts so you're not bleeding all in you. You know, and we need all of that in life, because I know my brother has bandaged my cuts before. Dr.
Yeah.
Story has given me water. Dr. Stewart has given me a
Sure.
stool to sit
Yeah.
on and let me wipe my head when I'm tired. We need all of that. And why? Because I had a safe space where I could say,
Yeah.
I am tired, and I was beat up, and they did not judge me. In fact, they helped me along the way.
Yeah.
And so that I was
Yeah.
able to go back out there in life and look at it from a whole different perspective. I love that analogy, Bobby, and thank you for that. But
Yeah.
shout out
Yeah.
to that, because we care. And I love it when you say
Yes.
you matter, and we care about
Matter.
each and every one of
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Because we don't get checks for doing all this. We do it because we love you, and we want to make sure
Yes.
you know that you care, and we want to be a vital help to you in these hard times, because things it's hard out here, baby. Anytime you got paid $10 for a dozen eggs, I'm about to go get me a chicken and just lay them everywhere too.
Greed. It's the greed. The greed is crazy. The greed is
It
crazy.
is. It
Let's
is.
keep it one. Let's keep it a buck. The greed is crazy. Like you said, how
It
much?
is.
How much for a dozen eggs? How much?
Well,
$10.
$4. Four.
Come on.
Well,
No,
but
they
see,
more than
greed-
$4.
The greed is unreal.
that's it.
It's the greed.
It's
man.
crazy. It is. So anyway, yeah. So we have. So again, we want you to be well. We want you to know that we care about you, and we don't want you to have a permanent act for what can be a temporary situation. As long
Yes.
when you get some
Definitely.
people around you to support you. And last but not least, yeah. Folks is dying this year. Jesus, we had Gangsta Boo. She up and left us. Fred White from Earth, Wind and Fire, and I'm so excited. Miss Anita Pointer, she went and left us. You
Yeah.
know, we got folks but we want to definitely pay homage to those. And there's so many we did not call out, but
Yes.
these were great people that we do, and we want to remember them and pay them homage as we're looking into this year. So, Bob, what are your goals, and what do you want to tell the people? What do you want to accomplish this year? What's your goal, and what you want to encourage folks to try to seek after in 2023?
Well, no doubt. I mean, the first thing comes to mind, I'm diving in the basketball coaching game, and those little crumb snatchers
Yes, you are.
made me realize organize, because if you give them time,
Okay.
they will use your mind. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Them little crumb snatchers are too much. So the one main thing is on my forehead right now is organization. Yes.
Organization. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Little crumb snatchers.
I gotta give a shameless plug. Daryl, can you go back to give Bobby a solo shot again, please? And in the solo shot, I see that you have the Sellers Foundation and the Lee
Yes.
Sellers Scholarship Program. Can you
Yes.
please share about what this is all about and what you are spearheading in our family and giving back?
Oh, no question. It all starts with the Sellers Foundation. I figured, hey, a lot of people in my family helped me in my life. So why not try to install those ideas that they put into me with others? So with that said, the Sellers Foundation, I don't know why I got salad on my mind, but the Sellers Foundation is an
Are
organization
you hungry?
where I don't know what's going on, where we are trying to contribute to definitely
That's right.
strengthen the minds of our future, aka the youth in our community. Therefore, we're going to
That's
transition
right.
into the Dr. Lee Sellers Dr. Lee Sellers Scholarship. So what we're trying to do, get with Wilberforce University and HBCU in Ohio, and at the moment, we're going to give out 2 scholarships to those in the incoming fall semester of 2023. Therefore, the reason why we picked Wilberforce, because the scholarship endowment, Dr. Lee Sellers, is an alum at Wilberforce University. So why not
Yes, he
start
is.
back in Ohio, which an HBCU, trying to fund the youth to further their educational needs? Why not? Why not?
Excellent. And this was a great idea, and I love it because and we want to challenge, and I want to put a challenge out there to our listeners to listen. If you need some help starting something like that, what a wonderful legacy to leave. And we're just asking our family members to give us $50 a month. If every member in our family gave us $50 a month, and we have a huge family, imagine what we
Less than
can
$2
do.
a
And
day.
our goal that less than $2 a day, and we blow that at Starbucks every day. And our goal is to, like Bobby said, to give back. And those that we give these scholarships to, they will be eligible to receive these scholarships all for years that they go to college, based upon them keeping a certain GPA and all that. So I want to challenge other families, if you want to come together and do what we have done as well. We can no longer wait on the government to do stuff for us, but we have to do it ourselves. And I want to challenge families, if you need to learn how to start this up, Bobby is a great person to coach you and mentor you on how to get the foundation, how to get
Thank
your
you, man.
nonprofit EIN number and all of that, how to set up your bylaws and everything to make it professional, how to get your bank account going, and how to, so that family members can give to the nonprofit and it becomes a tax write-off as well. So proud of my brother and what he's doing, that to make sure that the seller's name goes forth as we're pouring into this to support other Black students and keep the HBCUs alive. So thank you, Bob. Appreciate you
Yes,
doing
sir.
that.
Hey, man. No
Yes, sir.
problem. Thank you.
And our scholarship banquet is going to be held in Newark, Ohio on Saturday,
Not New
April
Jersey.
15th.
Not New Jersey.
Not New Jersey. Can we take it to Jersey?
Not New Jersey. Well, we did.
And we're so excited.
Technically, we did take the name
Well-
from Jersey, by the way. The city
Well,
of North
yeah.
Ohio documented we took the name from
Ver-
New Jersey. It's a
But we not do Newark at all because we didn't have. But we're so glad that on Saturday, April 15th, Dr. Story is going to be our inaugural speaker at the Lee Sellers
Bravo,
Scholarship
bravo.
Foundation with the Sellers. So we are so excited to have her. So if you're in the area, please stop by. We would love to have you. It is a formal occasion. I'm getting my tux together, Junior. I did see. Are you ready for this? I did see
Go
a
ahead.
green tux down there
Hey, get it,
on Los
get it.
Angeles Street.
Hey, we gonna work something out. We're gonna work something out. Holla at me.
I got
I'll
my.
holla at you, man.
Yeah. I had to
Holla
get
at
you one, Dr. Story, and have you do womanize it and bling it out like you normally do. Put your pearls
Why
on it,
not?
baby,
So the
and
color
step
is
up in
green.
there.
Y'all just need to let me know what I need to be in.
Yes, yeah.
We want green for money because we need to have you get some money on that day, baby. We need you to give you some money
I
so we can
got you.
support
I
these.
got
So we can support these students, especially when times are hard, and we don't want to see our HBCUs close and so forth. Dr. Story, I know you are a huge proponent of higher education, especially for our young people. Can you speak to that and challenge our listeners how they can be a part of not just ours, but any type of higher education, and why you value it the way that you do?
I believe education not only unlocks doors, but it illuminates the fact that there are options
Yes.
and opportunities that we may not have ever been able to discover without
Yes.
information. The other thing that I believe that it does as well is that it gives us a tremendous opportunity to have our world expanded. There is
Yes.
nothing like your world being expanded
Yes.
and to learn about different cultures and kind, and then also it also gives you the capacity to learn who you really are. It was
Mm-hmm.
through study and not just through what I was taught at school about my own Black culture,
Right.
but the delving into it and the desire to know who I really am and what's going on in this world and
Mm-hmm.
all of the movements and I know a lot of people may never matriculate through the halls of academia, but you can still learn. We need to be
Yes.
voracious learners. We need to read. We need to
Yes.
listen. We need to know what's going on. Systems and structures should not be developed and operating that we don't know how to
That's right.
participate in them or what the outcome is supposed to be or how to hold them accountable or even how to stop some of the things that are
That's
going
good.
on. Because one of the things I right now, one of my pet peeves is just watching technology take jobs from individuals. Because when I was growing up, everybody wasn't on their way to college, and right now
Mm-hmm.
these children ain't on their way to college, and so then there's going to be a disparity, and I'm like, is anybody
Yes.
watching? And that every place is a self-service. I'm not coming here spending money and serving myself. Somebody gonna ring me out, and I don't care how long I gotta stand in line.
Doctor Story, do you know McDonald's has its first, and it's in Ohio, Bobby, their first fully automated McDonald's. There's not a person
Wow.
that works in it. Everything is done through automation.
Wow.
Listen,
Everything
I'm
is done
getting
through
up out of
automation.
here. If
Got to see the
everything
shift.
that they have, and I told y'all this before, at Stop and Shop, they got that little robot running around there that be looking at me. I think they looking for a dark-skinned 5'4" female, and that thing follows me through the store. I don't even shop at ShopRite right now because I can't stand that little robot thing following behind me. And I know that it's security people that's guiding it and all the rest of that. But y'all, we're
Yeah,
being
yeah.
targeted, and we're acting like we
And
shouldn't be
profiled.
asking the right questions and ensuring that things get
Yes.
legislated. Things cannot just change, and we act like it just changed and nobody knew it. Pay attention, but
Pay
it's
attention.
because of wanting to know what's going on around me, and then having a sense of responsibility for those that are
Yes.
coming after me. Y'all, we've got to
That's
do
right.
some things, and this Lee Sellers and the Sellers Foundation is so important because there are brown children who will never be able to have some opportunities, and
Yep.
some of them, the only reason why is because of access to funding.
Yep.
Yes.
And
Exactly right.
we've
Yes.
got to give a kid a chance. We've got to start
That's
saying
right.
that is our responsibility. And I love
Yes.
that your family has been able to come together to do something as positive as you guys have. It is inspiring, and I pray that you guys meet every goal that you have, and I pray that you
Yes.
exceed it in a great way, because I believe it'll be able to prove to us that we can actually do it and take a responsibility. Because y'all are not even
Mm-hmm.
trying to send your own family member to school, y'all are trying to do it for somebody else, and I think it's
That's right.
Yes.
incredible. I really do.
Thank you. Thank
Now
you.
we told even in the family that they got to follow the same protocol like everyone else if
Yeah.
they going.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
you got
Yeah.
to submit
yeah,
just
And
like
nothing
everyone.
changed.
Don't
They
think
would have
just
did it
because.
to us.
Yeah.
They would have did it to us.
Right.
So why not?
Right.
It's only
And then tell you why you didn't get it. Nah,
it's
see,
only
you were sloppy. You try again
yeah.
next year. Uh,
Right,
yes. Well,
right.
our family is brutal. They would
they,
evaluate, the circumstances
yes.
like that. They would evaluate it, no question. You know what I mean? Nah,
Mm-hmm.
I love it
Mm-hmm.
though. I
punctuality was
love
not
it.
So
involved.
ain't no preferential treatment just because
No,
you come from the seller's bloodline.
no,
Mm-mm.
no.
Some of them we just gonna encourage not to even you start off at the community college and
Yeah,
you let us know you can get a year at the community
exactly.
college in
Uh-uh.
and you can turn in your
You
paper
didn't
on
put in no
time.
work.
Then we'll
We
talk
Others
about
sending
more
what
you
was
to a
before
deserving.
you.
technical
Exactly,
school.
exactly. Got to
Yes,
get it right.
yes, yes,
Got to
yes.
get it right.
And we go,
You're not going to embarrass us.
yes.
You're not going to embarrass us.
There is
That's a line from
absolutely
Big
nothing
Bob.
wrong with the community college and technical schools
No,
because
no.
they are. Shoot, I'm about to go get me a what do you call
No
that?
more, please.
Uh,
No more degrees. No more. You and Lisa need to stop. I mean,
I will get
you
one
and
how to
Lisa
make
need to stop.
HVAC. That's
It's
what
not
it
fun
is. Because
anymore. It's
listen,
not fun on that educational competition. It's not fun anymore. You guys are like, oh man, come on, man. They need to stop. They're doing too much. As my sister
that's
Susan says,
Lisa.
those mucho.
Yes.
Those mucho. Those mucho. You and Lisa, those mucho.
We just listen. I gotta stay in and get me another degree, so I got to pay these student loans back.
Who goes to
But
school
I'm
forever?
about to say the same
Who
thing. I'm
goes
about
to
to be a
school
full-time
forever?
student in the next semester. You better hurry me.
Who
Right,
goes
I
to
gotta
school
hurry up.
forever? Like, who goes to school
Our
forever?
Me.
Aunt Bev,
Forever,
our
like,
Aunt Bev did. She did for about 15 years, but that's a whole nother story. Love you, Aunt Bev,
he said it.
but we gotta go.
He said it. He said it.
We gotta go.
This is news
We
to me,
gotta-
Aunt Bev. This is all news to me.
Oh. Now you gonna try and pay her favorite. Ain't that nothing?
I'm gonna go ahead and give my VGQ, my victims guaranteed qualification. He said what he said, Aunt Bev. He said it, not me. He said what he said. I'm gonna give my VGQ.
You weren't
right now.
participating in it at all, Rob. Like, I don't know what is going on.
He said what he said. I don't know what's going on here. He said what he said.
When she was in the greenhouse, she was in school the whole time. So yes. Amen. Amen. Dr. Story, how can we get a hold of you? How can we contact you and follow you? First, you gave us your number. I appreciate you. Now, don't y'all who ain't got no problems be bothering Dr. Story. Now, we only want those.
Baby, I'm on
careful, Story.
vacation.
You gotta
The
be
only
careful.
number that's going to come through is that one that I told that baby to call.
Yes. Cindy, yes, we have an office in Chula Vista, and we're opening up one in Escondido. So, yes, we do. So listen, we got to go to lunch when I come down there. Yes. But Dr. Story, how can we follow you?
At Dr. Margarita Story on Facebook, and these are these are the daughters on Instagram, and Miss Rita Story on Instagram as well. I'm right now doing a consecration book, and so if you go on to
Love
Dr.
it.
Margarita Story, there is a link, and you will get the first week and a half. And if you want to continue to participate with us, you'll be able to get it. This year, the consecration started today, and the theme of it is the end. God is saying, I'm bringing an end to that stuff that was
Come on.
worrying and wearying you.
Yes.
And there's an end of
Yes.
some things that have been holding us back. And so that is a resource that's available for absolutely everybody, because I've had such a tremendous amount of support this year, and I wanted to be able to be a blessing to those that support the ministry. So thank you for letting me share that.
Listen, that what you sent over to me, that thing is so powerful. Sister Tanya, thank you so much. Listen, those of y'all who can now y'all we got to quit also utilizing all the skills and gifts of our community and expect to give them 10 cents, but we'll give someone else 10,000. Now, those of you who got it, you got your little extra bonus check, and you ain't spending all at Macy's and Nordstrom's and the South Coast Plaza and the Beverly Center and down in the alley, all that. Y'all go on and break off Dr. Story's a nice piece of change that she can go to Fleming's and have a good steak dinner. We ain't going to have yes. She can go to Ruth Chris and have a good and be able to get the sides, not go on a coupon from Groupon or nothing like that.
Right. What would you have? Some water with 18 pieces of lemon, please, and some sugar.
That's my Aunt Babette. But anyway, Junior, talk to us about it.
No doubt. No doubt. You can check me out at the B-Side Podcast. Go to theBsidepodcast.com. You can check us out on IG at the B-Side Podcast Q. The B-Side Podcast Q on Instagram. You can check me out on Instagram at ARSales2. ARSales2 on Instagram. You can check me out on Twitter. Rob_B Sales. Go to AlecRoberts.com. Get us some merchandise. We have merchandise there. Check us out at AlecRoberts.com and also on IG at Alec Roberts.
I love it. Yes. Listen. Daryl in my ear talking about to apologize to Aunt Babette, but if you order, she would let you order a cheeseburger. You had to order a hamburger because she said she got a slice of cheese at home and she wasn't paying 50 cents for the cheese.
I want to throw out my VGQ one more time, Aunt Babette. He said that. Aunt Babette. He said that. I want to throw out my VGQ one more time. That's what he said. That's what he said. I don't know. What are you talking about? Any hamburger in your presence was always delicious. I don't know what he's talking about.
You don't even like cheese, huh, Rob?
I'm just going to give my VGQ. That's what he said.
And we weren't allowed to order soda. We had to drink water because she said it costs too much at the restaurant. But anyway, I love my family.
You know my VGQ.
I do.
You know my VGQ. He said what he
Rob,
said.
I'm like going down with this mess.
Listen,
Old heads are
if you
not
can't
coming
laugh
for
at
me.
family, who can you laugh at? Come on, they laugh at me all the time. Good God from heaven. But listen, Gerald, we're gonna go straight to the close because we overtime and I can't talk about no more about family because I need you to support the show.
Yes, and
We
the
got love
foundation.
and the
You're
Yeah.
messing
foundation.
up our donations, bruv. You're messing them up, bruv.
Oh, my
You're
bad.
messing up our donations, bruv.
The views expressed do not reflect the Mac in the back. Ain't that nothing?
That's
Oh,
funny.
everybody gonna jump on the bandwagon. Dr. Story, you got a disclosure form you want to share with us
Yes,
too?
I do. I don't know nobody in Marty family, and I am not supporting any negative comments on any family members because I'm gonna be meeting people in March, and I ain't having no family problems.
Yep.
But that's all.
My
Y'all,
VPQ.
oh, I love this show. Oh my goodness. So also expect Dr. Story and I with Wellness Wednesday starting next Wednesday. We're going to be back on track and we got some great stuff in store for you. But in this amazing journey called life, like Bobby said, listen, you matter. And we want you to know you do not have to continue to secretly suffer in silence in the shadow of shame. We want you to speak up, speak out, and definitely live your best life because you matter and you are worth it. Until next week, we love you. God bless. Take care.